33 for a brief period earlier. It is now 31 degrees, but those winds are still howling across parts of southern Wisconsin right now. Northwesterly winds about 10 to 15 miles per hour. We actually saw quite an interesting phenomenon earlier on today. Snow rollers. If you haven't seen them before, ever haven't heard of them before, think of a fruit by the foot or a fruit roll-up. Made of snow, pushed significantly only by wind. No human help here. And we're actually going to have some cool photos of those on 27 News at 10 o'clock, so be sure to tune in. But the winds were howling earlier on today, only about 14 mile per hour wind speeds right now. Wind gusts earlier today just screaming across the area. Now, we did not have any blizzard warnings. In order for a blizzard warning to be issued, visibility has to drop below a quarter of a mile. And we also have to have wind gusts of 35 miles per hour, or wind speeds, I should say, sustained for 35 miles per hour for 3 or more hours. We did not see that today, but we did see some fairly significant wind gusts. Look at Monroe, 44 miles per hour. Madison, 35. Baraboo, 24 mile per hour winds. It was a windy, blustery, snowy day throughout southern Wisconsin, and we're not through with it quite yet. Again, a testament to those road crews. There's a lot of green on that road condition map we have. Still a lot of blue and pink, which are your slippery and partially covered and covered roadways. No impassable roads, thank goodness. Nothing quite significant, but I would stay off the roads if you don't have to travel. I'm not necessarily looking forward to my ride home this evening on the Beltline. So we will see how that goes. Take it slowly if you're going to be on those roads over the next several hours. Now let's talk about that snowfall. When will it come to an end? Well, we still have a couple hours left. We'll fast forward to about 8, 9 o'clock here, and you can see essentially what you're seeing on your future track, essentially replicating what we're seeing on our Doppler radar. Now, within the next, I would say, hour or two, the snow begins to move out of Dane County, especially by 11 or midnight. I would say possibly as late as 1 o'clock. Still seeing some of that light lingering snowfall across the region. Now, tomorrow morning, no drizzle at 9 o'clock. I have to fix that for the 10 o'clock forecast. So that's one of those things that you get to see only here on the app. So yes, 27 degrees temperatures right around 9 o'clock. Will likely top out right around 29 degrees between noon and 3 o'clock. It'll stay cloudy. It will be a little bit on the breezy side at times, but winds will be shifting back to the southwest. And it's actually all thanks to our next weather maker. We are, believe it or not, tracking another chance of snow for late Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Now, thankfully, not anywhere as significant as what we're dealing with across the region today. But nonetheless, a little clipper system swings through the upper Midwest and Great Plains from Minneapolis through Madison out towards parts of Michigan. Watch this quickly pass through. It might deposit another inch and a half on top of the snow that we already dealt with today. Likely less of that moisture, less of that wet snowfall, more of a fluffy light snow with this system. Winds aren't expected to be all that crazy, maybe about 10, 15 mile per hour winds as opposed to today's 30, 40 mile per hour wind speeds. We will see that come through fairly quickly Thursday morning. It will be dry. We may even see partial sunshine at times on Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, and relish that quiet weather on Thursday, because by the time Friday rolls around, gone will be the quiet weather. Mother Nature, again, turning that dial back up to 11 with the winter weather chances. Now, this is not necessarily written in stone, but the one model we're looking at right now showing a very similar situation unfolding to what we've dealt with today for your Friday and your Saturday. Maybe even a little bit more of a longer-lived system as it moves in. This model data showing by 8 o'clock widespread snow showers on Friday morning across the Madison region. Through Friday evening, heavy snowfall continuing to come down across the area, with the last of that snowfall likely lingering up until Saturday afternoon or early evening. Now, there are other models that are showing just light snow showers. There are some models that are showing no snow at all for us. So very similar to last week when we were talking about today's system. There's just a lot of data out there that does not agree. So we're not necessarily going to put out any details on this system until we really start to see that model data begin to agree. And that should occur within the next 24 to about 36 hours. We should have a decent idea of what we can expect here, at least a track, and we can start talking about projections if that's necessary over the next about 24 to 48 hours. So yeah, another chance of significant winter weather on the way for your Friday and into Saturday, because Mother Nature, she don't stop, folks. Here's what we're looking at. Not only snow, but cold, and not just cold, possibly our coldest temperatures in 13 to 24 months, depending on how far the mercury falls here. So yes, 29, 27, 28, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Temperatures looking fairly, well, quiet, normal for this time of the year. Our average high temperature about 27 degrees. We start to see those overnight low temperatures Thursday night fall back down into the upper teens. Look at Friday, a high temperature 28. That's when that snow gets underway again. So we see temperatures close to that freezing mark, a little bit cooler than today's system, and that could lead to a greater chance of snowfall. We'll see about that, though, in the coming days. 16 degrees Friday night and early Saturday, a high temperature of just 20 on Saturday, and then that's when the Arctic blast arrives, folks. The bottom absolutely falls out of that thermometer, and we look at overnight low temperatures diving not only below zero, well below zero. Now, again, this model data is 5, 6, 7 days out. A lot can change during that stretch, so take this with a grain of salt, but right now all trends are showing a significant winter blast of Canadian air that is expected to drop temperatures potentially as low as they have been in about 2 years. January, I believe, of 22. January 26th, I believe, is the last time we saw temperatures as cold as what I'm seeing in the forecast here. So it is possible we could be hit with not just another significant winter storm, but then again, our coldest temperatures in 2 years, and all in my first full week of work here at WKOW. So yes, an active winter weather week, to say the least. We're going to obviously have more information coming up in about an hour on 27 News at 10 o'clock. Amber, Brandon, myself, and Grace will all be talking about, and others, I should say, will all be talking about not only how those roads are out there, but how cleanup is going or will be going in the coming hours and possibly throughout the day tomorrow. Keep it here to WKOW 27. We're going to have more information. We're going to continue to track these winter storms as they not only roll out of the region, but back into the region in the coming days. We'll have more again coming up on 27 News at 10 o'clock.